Aerial photography is one of the exempted activities under FAR Part 119. That means we don't need a commercial air carrier certificate to do aerial photography. We can do it under Part 91. Now, there's a couple of important things that we need to follow in order to do it legally, though. So the first part is we have to have a commercial pilot certificate in order to be an aerial platform so that other photographers can take pictures, right? We could take pictures from the air as a private pilot. We just couldn't operate an aerial photography business. So if you're a photographer and a private pilot, for instance, you go up, you take pictures with your camera, and then you use that to furtherance your business, we're now violating the 61-113 rule that says we can fly for compensation or hire if our business is incidental. So in this case, the business wouldn't be incidental. It relies totally on us taking the pictures from the air. So we couldn't do that as a private pilot. Now, to do aerial photography, you don't need any additional authorizations from the FAA. You just need a commercial pilot certificate. Now, one really important thing to stay within the legal framework of aerial photography is it's considered aerial work. And on a couple of legal interpretations, including the Perry 2010, which I'll link below, it says that in order to be considered aerial work, you cannot be offering transportation from point A to point B. So as an example, if you load up a photographer to go take pictures of something and you drop them off at a different airport, you've now violated that. And you've changed the operation from aerial work to actual transport by air, and you would need a Part 119 certificate, basically a 135 certificate, to do that because you dropped the photographer off at a different location. So if you load a photographer, you need to be able to take off, take the pictures, and land back at the same airport you departed from without any intermediate stops. There's another legal interpretation that actually talks about aerial work in the form of a survey, I believe. So basically pipeline patrol. And the question was, if I load up some engineers or surveyors in the airplane and we're flying along and we see a leak in the pipeline, can we land there and have them do the work, get back on board the helicopter airplane, take off and continue our survey work? That would be a violation of aerial work because they transported a person from point A to B instead of landing at the same place. So it needs to be a non-stop flight for you to do that legally. It's okay if you are maintaining operational control as the commercial pilot. So you source the airplane, you make sure that it's airworthy, you do all of that. You can act in operational control, you can fly and be compensated and not need an operator certificate as long as you follow all the stuff that we've been talking about. Be sure to leave me some comments on other forms of commercial operations you would like to hear. Thanks for watching.